All right. And we're back.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Ka-chow.
That was one of my favorite things you used to say when you were hammered.
I got him.
He used to be slipping over him. He used to fall on himself, and then he'd go, "Hey now."
It's a Howard Stern thing.
That's right. It's from who?
Howard Stern was quoting the I'm spacing on his name. He died. He had that picture with Quincy where he was touching Quincy, and our joke was that he died before Quincy.
Oh,
and then
right.
so like Quincy touched him and gave him.
Who was the other guy?
Gary Shandling. So it's
right.
Howard was quoting the Gary Shandling show. That's what it was.
I haven't seen Horsemouth in a while.
What does that mean?
Joey's.
I've actually been trying consciously.
Oh yeah, Joey used to also do like.
Yeah.
I've been trying to not do exhales out of my mouth because to prevent snoring. I read online.
Try not to drunk snore.
Yeah.
Awake
While
apnea.
awake, yeah. You have awake apnea.
No.
Yours a CPAP machine.
You look like Bane everywhere you go. You're hammered.
No, it's like
Hey, now.
I got a bad complaint about my snoring, and then I started reading about how to prevent it without doing like the tape or an apnea machine.
Yeah.
And they said just always breathe out of your nose. Never like because I sometimes I go in through my nose, out through my mouth.
Yeah.
And
You're
that's
a mouth
apparently
breather.
bad. No, out through my mouth. That's
You're
actually
a knuckle dragging mouth breather.
No.
You
How
were up
dare
to
you.
classic Joey antics last weekend. You were.
I don't think I was.
You were classic Joey last weekend.
You
Yeah,
caught
were.
yourself and you went home early.
Yeah, you did.
Right.
You
so
broke.
that's not classic
So no,
Joey.
but it was ramping up.
Classic,
Classic
Joey would have just stayed.
You
and
broke
been
a
big
picture.
problem.
You broke.
Neo Joey.
You broke my door. You broke a picture. You're just breaking
What?
things left
Oh
and
no,
right.
that picture was like loose, and I didn't even break the.
It was not
That's
loose.
crazy.
It was on the ground already. So
Oh,
you
so
know
it was
what?
on the ground, you idiot.
Yeah.
Well, you kicked.
All
it.
right, you still kicked it.
Yeah, it's in the
Kick it on
walkway.
purpose?
No, it was tucked behind like a dresser.
yeah,
He
it
went
was
out of his
tucked.
way. He was wrestling Vincent, and then they broke the fucking frame.
yeah, that's classic.
Oh no, Vincent started wrestling me. He did. I swear.
don't think that. I think you're the instigator for most.
No.
wrestling.
Vincent was instigating with me all night.
Yeah.
He was.
That guy is a troublemaker.
He's a troublemaker.
Joey's doing the classic. Come on.
And then I just gave him a little test, like just a taste of how easily I could destroy him, and he panicked.
You're classic. You were classic Bane. You are Bane.
I'm Bane.
Yeah, you put your arm.
I'll
you're
take
like,
that.
You feel that power.
Do you feel like you're in charge, Vincent?
Do you feel like
I
you're in
haven't
charge?
received one of these voicemails in quite some time.
Oh, it's
but this
incredible.
was such a great voicemail. We went to some club. It was like one of the worst places I've ever
suck
been.
ass.
Joey left early. Joey kept going. He kept removing the red ropes that were like reserving VIP sections of this club, and he would just go and then take a seat in like a king's chair and pass out.
I do remember that part, and I'll tell you why. It's just because I was so exhausted and I was so drunk. And there was no
Nowhere
open
to sit.
seats.
It was all standing and dancing and
So
bullshit.
I was
yeah.
just doing like survival. Like I'm gonna sit down and just get my wits about me. If I can just sit for about 30 seconds, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Problem was I had 2 drinks in my hand. I was double fisting drinks, so I would sit there drinking more. I get up and I'm worse.
Yeah.
So it didn't.
Yeah.
So then you just left. You Irish
Yeah.
goodbye, and then you called me when I was still there, and I let it go to voicemail, and you this was it.
I didn't listen.
Hey, Joe LaFleur here.
I love how you always say "Hey, Joe," like I don't know it's you.
Downtown Los Angeles.
I'm at home.
I'm going to continue to chug beers until I, quite frankly, can see you straight. I miss you. I left this bar because... face facts.
Face facts.
It was an Asian woman's birthday, and I didn't belong.
Dude, that was like a throwback.
It was
I haven't got
incredible.
a message like that from you in years.
That's crazy that I missed you so fast.
Yeah.
I just left.
That was like 30 minutes later.
I don't
You
remember
missed him
that.
so much, but also had to like inform Devin about your name and where you live.
Yeah.
My-
Like Joey LaFleur here. I'm in my apartment in downtown Los Angeles. And
He's like a news reporter.
Oh, that's where he lives. Oh, okay.
I think when I leave a voicemail, my brain like goes to work mode because that's the only time I leave voicemails when I'm sober.
Right.
And then I say my name on those. That's my only guess. I don't remember leaving that. It's kind of sweet though. I missed you.
It is.
I left early. I
loved
had
it.
good manners.
Oh, it made me feel great.
Yeah, you were doing like classic antics though. We were arguing about something so microscopic in my kitchen, and I was chewing ice, and you were losing the argument. I have no idea what it was about.
I doubt I was losing.
Everyone was against you.
Yeah.
I don't
and
think
you
so.
You go, you're arguing against me. This guy's eating ice over here.
Yeah, like that was some big, like, look at him, he's a fool.
All Valerie and all of her friends are talking, have a great time. You're like, Valerie, your husband's eating ice.
Yeah.
Coming at me.
I'm the dumbass. You're the one drinking a sparkling water.
That is weird to be eating ice, though.
I love
in a
eating
big
ice.
hang where everybody's drinking.
Yeah.
He's sitting there eating ice
It
like
is.
a weirdo.
It is like something that
It's really
like
bad for your teeth.
I love chomping ice, dude.
I love chewing ice too.
Yeah.
I get it. It's like a simple pleasure or whatever. But you're doing it in front of people. That's something you do in the privacy of your own home. You know, you don't act. I don't sit there like fucking itching my belly. I don't.
No, but
I don't take.
you do shatter my property and.
Well, you're like leaving traps out. It was sort of a Home Alone style trap. you have a painting.
I'm like, Joe, you slipped all over my marbles, you son of a bitch.
Right, exactly.
Leaving traps out.
Like, well, you knocked your head into my paint can that I just swung down at you. You fucking klutz. But no, Vincent did attack me. I swear to God, I didn't. Because I was using the other bathroom.
No, you ripped the door off its hinges. You really trashed.
Nobody saw me break
You really
it.
trashed the joint.
It was you, yeah. You ripped the doors. I had to fix it too.
Nobody
And,
saw me break it. Oh, wow, look at this. I fixed the door.
I felt like a fucking man, dude. I
Yeah.
really did like a DIY
You
thing.
should get Joey drunk more often at your place and just fix the whole thing.
Yeah, finally be a man for once in your damn
I
life.
took toothpicks, put wood glue on them, shoved them back into the holes, let them dry, sanded it down, drilled new holes.
I would have literally just left the door broke. It would have just been sideways.
permanently broken door.
I felt like the best man of all time. I was like, dude, I'm a man.
Yeah.
I have that.
I'm a fucking crafty man.
I put a
Yeah.
bed frame together once, and I was like, all right, well, now I don't have to do anything else for the year. That's how
Yeah.
good I feel.
I feel like a goddamn fucking construction worker when I like put the stand on my TV. When I just
The three
those
screws.
3 screws. I'm like, wow, look at what I'm capable of. Man, we had a weird weekend. The Hate Watch, the Live, Love, Laugh was a complete disaster. You
Yeah,
people
thanks,
have-
guys. What the fuck
have-
was
have
that?
totally
Yeah,
failed
what's
us.
No one came. I felt like a damn loser.
It was pathetic.
and Devin bought a lot of wings
yeah,
for
a
everybody.
lot of wings.
All went to waste.
I have like a surplus of wings in my house.
Yeah.
Gone bad.
So who showed up? Just Sweet Spence?
Spencer,
Jackson,
Cal, the
Cal.
usual suspects were
Yeah.
there, but it was a real sad, empty show.
Yeah, I would say there's about what 16 people there.
Made me think, we're at the end of our rope here.
Yeah, I think
I-
it's time to end the show.
We have no poll. Nobody cares about the Hate Watch,
Yeah.
adjacent stand-up show.
I want to say that's not true. I think that there's like
There's ebbs and flows
because the
to these
views are
things.
going up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Patreon's going up despite all our wishes, and there's one common denominator. The only thing kind of failing related to our universe.
I swear to God.
It's
I swear.
McNutt
How
stuff.
dare you?
And I've been saying for a while, if you don't start putting more effort into these damn stand-up shows, I said, you got to stop doing stand-up, or you're off the show or something, because it's a bad look for us.
Yeah.
You think stand-up's a distraction for me at this point?
Yeah.
I think so.
You think the one time a week I do stand-up is distracting me too much?
It seems to be doing something, dragging us down or something.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, that 10 minutes every week I think it's fucking up the entire show. And I'm sorry, guys.
It is.
I'm genuinely
is.
sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's time to give it up,
Yeah.
and it's time to put everything into this.
Yeah, you got it.
And you should keep running Live, Love, Laugh. We'll kick all the comics off.
Yeah.
Book them, and then make them watch us go up there and just
I think that's a good idea.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, we'll watch Body Cam, and they on stage, and they can watch us do that.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll do. I'll reach out to somebody. I'm like, hey, man, are you available for my show on this date? You can do it's an hour and a half, and it pays $45. And then they show up and they go, when am I going up? And I'm like, no, you owe me $45, and you get to watch an hour and a half of Dev and Joey.
Oh,
Yes,
perfect.
That is
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
no,
That is
I
good.
booked you to pay to watch the show. What do you not get about
yeah,
that?
I booked you, and there guys like I drove from like El Monte.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I didn't say
You're a
you were
moron.
paid.
And welcome to Hate Watch.
I told you the price of it. Welcome to Hate Watch.
Welcome to Hate Watch.
And if they try to back out, you pull up the contract
Yeah.
because you made them sign a contract.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then we pull up their stand-up and make fun of him viciously.
That's an incredible idea for a show. I book a bunch of comics, don't let them up. We do a live podcast, hate watching
and
their
watch
stand-up.
their stand-up. Somebody would punch us.
Oh, somebody would kill us.
Somebody would actually get like violently angry at that.
Yeah.
We'll have
Yeah.
John ready to like wrestle.
Yeah. John had a big
I
moment though.
failed.
John got to pull in with his motorcycle as everyone was standing in the parking
That was
lot.
awesome.
It was like Ali.
biggest
It was
dream.
like Ali when he went to like what was he go to Africa and he was
Africa,
running
yeah.
through. Yeah, it was like everyone was like
Mumbai.
running by him. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was cool. You know, it's fucking. That thing sucks ass, dude. I gotta pay $750 for it next week.
How 7? Oh, because you had to get it fixed.
Yeah, I gotta go out to Palmdale.
dude,
to
it just
fucking
keeps having
fix it.
problems.
No, it's the same problem.
You're getting.
Yeah.
By the way, you're also getting goggle eyes.
What's goggle eyes?
I don't know. You look really weird
Oh,
right
this guy
now.
was choked
Let me
like
see
5
him.
times today.
In the face?
Because but the
blood vessels
capillaries
burst?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
fuck.
it sucked. I've had a
He's
hard
like, it's
day.
a side effect from eating my own cum. It's nothing. It's not a big deal.
You guys think I don't like that?
Comes good for skin.
I'm
I've heard.
okay with everything.
We think you don't like. No, we
No,
think
you guys
like
think I'm
it.
ashamed of this.
No, we don't. We know you love it. That's why it's funny. That's why
It's
we keep
great,
bringing
yeah.
it up.
I love
Yeah,
eating my own cum.
if you want to check out the Patreon, John admits to
Eating his own cum.
Eating his own
Yeah,
cum.
Yeah.
And this is, I want to say about this. I keep seeing comments where it's like, "Hey, leave John alone. You're bullying him and you blame him for everything." They're so dumb, the people that say this, thinking that we actually hate John.
Right.
But we know how funny John is when he's defending himself.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, he is.
I'm the Tom Perlman of cum.
Also, imagine if we were just like, "Oh, you moved into your office, nobody cares. Oh, you okay? You got fleas? All right,
Yeah.
whatever. Let's watch something."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you're eating cum. Okay, never, we don't care." None of that would be funny.
Be the most,
It
it'd
would
be
just-
the most boring show of all time.
Yeah.
Exactly. The
No.
flea, yeah.
You put me in a corner and I go crazy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And it's also like we do care about
You're flinging
you.
your
So.
cum at people like an ape.
Yeah, I'm like the Sounds the Lamb.
So you genuinely are like, are you kind of like realizing like how obnoxious the motorcycle is, like actually?
No, because that's like part of it.
Why does it-
You'll never
why-
understand.
you've
You'll never
repaired
understand.
it.
Contradict yourself like within 5 minutes.
You've
It's a
repaired
piece
it
of
6
shit.
times.
Okay, first of all,
And then you
2 of
wanted to
those
go to the
times-
west side today, and then you didn't even want to take it.
Also,
Well, I was doing jiu-jitsu. I
real
could have been
quick,
too tired.
incredible detail about this. The bike sucks so bad he has to get it fixed in Palmdale.
Yeah.
He
That's
bought a
right.
mode transportation that makes him have to go to Palmdale.
Well, that's because I'll save $250 going to Palmdale because the guy who's going to work on it has been working on Harleys for like years, and what it takes other mechanics 6 hours to do, he can do in 4 hours.
Right.
So like, I'm taking it to like an
it
old
takes
Sensei,
2 hours to
Yeah.
get there.
which would be in Palmdale. Like an old Harley Sensei would
Yeah,
be
you
in
gotta
Palmdale.
you pull up
Sure.
to Afro Man's
It's Afro-
house. And he,
It's the ghost of Aaron Carter fixing your bike.
No, it's the same problem it's had. There's 2 major problems. It's the clutch and the belt.
How much did it cost to take to Palmdale?
Oh, it'll be fucking $5 to $10 in gas.
Dude.
No, I mean, like, didn't you have to put it on a truck or something?
No, dude, it's fine. I can ride it all day.
Oh, I thought it was
It's just
broken.
it's got torn teeth.
don't
in the
you miss
belt.
having a car?
Not at all.
That's you're lying through your teeth.
Yeah, you're lying. I mean, come on.
I miss like being able to like take
like,
friends
things.
places and like park it easily and like fucking
Yeah.
Well, easily in a different way.
I'm in shelter and
Yeah. Well, now it's like I have a horse. Like I'm exposed to the elements. I'm sweaty.
A horse that you keep having to repair. It's like if every 2 weeks
You
your
got-
horse's
listen,
leg fell off.
You got to feed your horse. You know?
No, you
Yeah.
shoot your horse in the head when that happens.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get it fixed and it's gonna kick ass after that. And it's just it's fun as shit. It's the
Everything's
most fun thing I've
fucking
ever had.
kicks ass.
Kicks ass.
yeah.
That's cool.
You guys will
rules,
never
dude.
understand me, dude.
Eating cum kicks ass. Having fleas kicks ass.
Eating cum, Harley's snowballing your girlfriend. Okay, I don't just eat my own cum. All right.
The fleas
Put
have
that
been,
out
The
there.
fleas have been really.
Oh, yeah.
They've been on a tear lately with me.
What? Okay, wait.
The
'cause you
last
went up
2
there.
weeks have been a fucking nightmare.
You
I'm
acted like it was
literally
fine.
losing my mind.
You still have fleas?
I have psychosomatic like PTSD, like and
You
so
have
like
phantom flea
all day.
syndrome?
I'm just like,
Yeah.
fucking
It's like
they're all
Shutter
over
Island up
me.
there.
I'm not kidding. It's like I'm losing my fucking mind. And I've fucking vacuumed everything. I put salt on everything. I salted the whole house. Salt everywhere.
That's so weird. That's like a biblical thing.
I'm like fucking spicing my house up.
I didn't
And-
feel any fleas.
Yeah.
I didn't feel.
Yeah, I think they're kind of going away. But this morning I saw one on my leg.
Eesh.
They're just everywhere.
I walk in and Devin has mints.
I
He's
gotta
spraying.
keep 'em
yeah,
at bay.
And I go
Peppermint.
He goes, it keeps the fleas at bay.
Peppermint. Some peppermint.
Is it like how'd you make that?
Spray it on my
Did
legs.
you make that
Yeah, I made it.
with a peppermint patty?
It's a homemade.
Did you put a peppermint patty in water? Or
No,
something?
it's, yeah. Yeah,
God, what the
I
hell?
crushed up a York and I
that's
threw
what
it
they
in
do.
there.
John's first question is
Peppermint oil.
John's first question is it edible? Can I eat it?
No, I
Straight
just
in
don't
my
want
mouth.
sugar on me because that's a common way to make the mint oils. You get not a peppermint head.
You don't want sugar on you?
What are those spiral things?
I don't want sugar on
Peppermint
my
candy?
exterior.
Peppermint candy.
I need sugar on my interior. What are you talking about?
I don't. You put peppermint.
Well, why would the
candy in
sugar
water.
hurt you?
Well, I just don't want to be sticky because you're spraying it.
No, it's not sticky. It's not sticky. It's peppermint oil. That's what they say helps the fleas. I don't know. They're really. I think I upset them because I killed a few. I think they started fighting
They
back.
want revenge.
Revolution.
It's like
Yeah.
Al Qaeda.
Yeah, I'm catching baby ones. It's
Yeah.
like
It's
fuck,
Terminator Salvation.
Sucks ass.
They're living underground.
Yeah.
I think I killed a couple babies today. I feel like the fucking IDF. It's wild.
You're a hero.
I had to throw my rug away. Whole rug gone.
Oh, you threw it away.
It's on the deck, but I'm gonna fucking throw it out.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get out of here. I'm going to London. Hopefully the fleas are done by the time I get back. Hopefully they've had their fill. Hopefully the house party's over.
You're gonna bring fleas to London like the Spanish flu.
The cops break in. They go, that's it. Party's over. Fleas just start walking out the front door. It's driving me nuts. And I still don't know who brought them in.
Your fucking shitty girlfriend's dog. Okay.
I don't know. I'm reading more and more about how they travel on fat homos that eat cum.
I've done my research.
Very good.
All right, folks. So today, I don't know if anyone's been following the case of Karen Reed.
Me, I have.
We have some real juicy case going on in outside of Boston. It's like classic townie, like trashy bar fly women.
They got
and
accents.
cops, and it's like if the sisters from The Fighter were involved in a big case, and the town, and Mystic River, and Manchester by the Sea,
Little
and
Copland.
Goodwill Hunting, and Gone Baby Gone, and In the Bedroom,
The Departed,
and The Departed,
Yeah.
and I think that's all of them.
That's pretty much all.
Is that all Boston movies? Have
I
they
think
ever
so. I
made
think
another
you kinda
Boston?
nailed it.
And Father Stew,
Black
and,
Mass.
and Black
Black
Mass,
Mass.
Yeah.
and fucking
Father Stew.
Patriots Day, Ted,
It's like Ted
2,
Ted 2.
yeah, and Patriots Day, by the way, fucking rules. I put that on the other night.
I know.
Boy, oh boy, they were like those bombers, those Boston bombers, like really, they had the juice.
They
dude.
made him look way cooler
Those
than
guys,
they were.
like, those guys really got away with it for way longer than they should have.
Oh yeah.
They looked way cooler in that movie than they did in real life. I will say, because in that scene where they're getting chased at the end in the car chase,
Yeah.
and they start lobbing like mobile devices out the
Yeah.
grenades, homemade grenades.
Yeah, they made homemade grenades.
and they're like fucking. They flip a cop car using
Yeah.
that.
What? Yeah, they're blowing
it
up
didn't
cop
happen in
cars.
real life, but in the movie, they are like the coolest guys in the world.
They're
It's very
hot,
funny
too.
for Peter
Yeah,
Berg
they're-
to be like, how do we make these guys cool?
Yeah. And then they
Because they were on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Zokar was.
Yeah.
The other guy died.
Yeah.
His brother ran him over. and
Why was the
it-
campaign to
getting
make those
away.
guys cool? I don't get it.
Because they're sexy.
Because he was
and-
sexy. He was a sexy bomber, and our country's sick.
Yeah,
and I mean, honestly, it was probably fucking. We probably brainwashed them into doing it. That was a slow rollout of martial law. I don't know if everyone remembers, but Watertown was shut down.
Yeah. You remember the milk cop? The famous milk cop
When
in front of
when
the...
they shoot the rubber bullet at the people that
there's
open their door.
This cop had to deliver milk to a house that they ordered the family to stay in there, and he looked like a retard.
What a
He was
classic
taking milk.
Boston thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It was Officer Duffy. I'm here with your milk. Everyone there's a cartoon character. Just fucking and literally like Jason said.
Simpsons.
It's just Peter Griffins everywhere.
It's truly insane. More than any other city.
Yeah.
It's just Boston is full of cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Philly's a close second.
So this little ABC News story will explain the case of Karen Reed, and then we will get into some of the cross-examination with these guys because these cops, these wives, they're protecting their cops, their cop husbands. It's a classic tale in America.
Are they going to explain the story in this clip?
I believe
or-
so.
okay.
Yes, I believe so.
'Cause
Because
I'm not
I'm
completely
still
sure.
a little out of it.
Starting right now, her nose has been broken.
Outside this courthouse in Canton, Massachusetts, supporters swarmed around Karen Reed, charged with murder.
She's hot
She's
for like an
sexy.
alcoholic
Yeah.
at like the TAM. She's hot for like a girl, like a 40-year-old woman that sucked off all the guys in that viral video.
Yeah.
and they're like, "Suck my dick, faggot! Yeah, your mother!
Obey your mother.
Obey your mother!"
Coolest guys of all time.
A 2022 death of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John
Damn, that
O'Keefe.
looks AI generated.
Has
John O'Keefe, O'Riordan, Mickey, Flanagan, Hennigan, Bennigan, O'Malley,
Patrick Duffy.
Patrick Duffy, O'Malley, O'Flanagan.
strenuously denied the allegations.
I did not kill John O'Keefe. I've never harmed a hair on John O'Keefe's head.
Her defense,
It's a weird. I don't understand that saying. Who would
Yeah.
harm a hair?
Yeah. It's also like you're lying already. You're from Boston. You guys have thrown bows a million times.
She's guilty of driving drunk. That's
Yeah.
basically what she's.
Of course.
She kept saying she had like 4 drinks and she had like 9. But I mean, like that's a Boston 4.
bare-knuckled and bold, is making national headlines. Her lawyers alleging in court documents that a fellow police officer was involved in O'Keefe's death and colluded with other people in a cover-up.
You're alleging that law enforcement officials in this state committed murder and that they're covering it up. Why would they want to be involved in this?
Because he's dead. I think things went too far. It was late. There was alcohol involved, but they're all family. And there's many of them involved.
After posting bail, Reed has spent much of the past 18 months in and out of court awaiting a trial date.
And me and my family and my attorneys and my team have marshaled every resource to get to the truth. It just feels like no one else wants it.
Prosecutors
Sox.
allege that
So how'd this guy die?
Okay, so basically the story is she was out drinking with her cop boyfriend, and there was other cops there that possibly
Like Coptown Bar.
like Copland,
Yeah,
like
Copland,
Copland
yeah.
shit,
Copland,
like
yeah.
corrupt cops, and one of them I think was the captain,
Yeah.
or whatever. And,
He's got a dart in another
and-
guy's nose up against a wall.
Yeah. And Sylvester Stallone's there. He's a security guard. He's
I
like,
can't eat.
Karen Reed.
I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing. Yeah.
So anyway,
Sorry, I was trying to do my job.
so sweet Karen, she's at the bar, she's ordering drinks, what have you, with her cop boyfriend, and then they leave, and the boyfriend goes, I'm gonna go to, for lack of a better, I don't know his name, Bobby's house.
It's an after party at a cop's
at
house.
the
all
cop
cops.
after party at the
Yeah.
cop's house.
And
full
then
of-
he doesn't remove the gate off the fireplace that night when they all go home.
yes, and the whole family
Yeah.
died. Yep, very good.
Thanks, guys.
Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester by the Sea. Points! Is it on the board? Yes, 1 point. Okay, so she drives him, and she's apparently like he must have been really drunk if she's driving. And they're claiming she
yeah.
was drunk, but so she drove him to the cop's house. But she's like, "Did they know I'm coming? Like, I don't really want to do this. Like, you
Bunch
just
of
go.
dirty
Why don't
cops.
you just
I
go?"
don't feel like getting drunk with a
Yeah,
bunch of
like, I
dirty
don't feel
cops.
comfortable.
Crazy if this
She's
happened.
like, honey, I don't feel like getting raped tonight, so you can go by yourself.
Exactly. So she drops him off in a blizzard, and he gets out of the car, and she says she sees him walk up the driveway and go into a side door, like in the garage, to hang or whatever, do it, and she drives off, and then she doesn't get a text from him like, "Hey, I'm whatever," like a communicative text, and she starts panicking, calling him, getting nothing, and driving around the neighborhood like looking for him and stuff. And he was dead out front with like blunt force trauma to the head. He just died in a snowstorm
believe
out
her.
front of the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she even for a second, what they have on her is that she said to her friend, she's like, "Did I hit him? Maybe like backing out."
Oh, yeah, no. she
And
didn't do
knock
shit.
him out, and I completely believe
Yeah.
her. I think she's
Yeah.
just guilty of being a trashy like townie drunk that drove her boyfriend home. But these cops beat the shit out of him and left him to die.
Mm-hmm.
And then the wife of the police captain guy whose house it was, who knew probably knew he was out there dying on their front lawn. She Googled how long does it take to die in the cold at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh,
And-
because she's scared of him being hypothermic?
Yeah. But you'll see.
Well,
So-
that was her excuse. Oh, I was scared that he was lost in the snow.
That
and
sounds reasonable, though.
Well, no, but so the skeptics are saying, well, she's trying to research to see if her story makes sense. Like, can we dump him out here and make it look
Yes.
like he froze to
I
death?
think they beat him. They knocked him out unconscious, and they left him out in the cold out front of their home, and they went to bed.
Yeah.
And so then Karen Reed's driving around like all nervous all night, wondering where the fuck he is, and then goes back to the house. I don't think they could see him or whatever, but so the cop's wife who Googled that is claiming, "No, I Googled at 6:30 in the morning that because Karen asked me to." But they go, well, you deleted a text message or you deleted a Google search at 2:30 asking the question, and none of that was way earlier than when you saw Karen. It's very interesting. So we'll get into it, and all these guys. It's a wild ride. It's a wild ride of Massachusetts retards.
Her car after getting into an argument earlier in the day, leaving him to die in the middle of a snowstorm in January 2022. But Reed says she had no reason to harm her boyfriend.
I would call him the patron saint of Canton. He was just very selfless, frugal, and I think you'd be hard pressed.
Frugal. That doesn't make sense. With selfless.
Cheap.
Yeah.
He was so generous. He was frugal.
That's an oxymoron. Yeah.
That's I mean, the retards.
His whole thing was give. He was a penny pincher. It's like insane.
To find anyone that didn't care for John.
She thinks frugal means like generous.
Mm-hmm.
She's just using a
First
word.
dated in their 20s.
The interviewer's
and
like,
reconnected.
ma'am, you're retarded.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
He was very generous. He was always in the fetal position.
More than a decade later, in the middle of the pandemic.
So how did you meet up again?
He had reached out to me on Facebook and he said, hey, blast from the past, how's things? And when I saw his picture, his profile picture was with several young children, and then it triggered my memory that his sister and his sister's husband had passed away, and he told me, yeah, I have the kids now. I admire that.
That's so sweet.
Everyone.
That is sweet.
Oh my
Everyone
God.
in Boston has like a dark cloud over their head at all times. They have a dark cloud just full of family death and trauma and tragedy.
Yeah.
Just like, oh man, Mickey. Oh, Mickey was a good one. And they go, what happened to Mickey? Like, oh, his head got stuck in the rudder of a boat when we were out, crab fishing once. It's a sad story, Mickey.
He got chopped in half by a freight elevator door.
Yeah. Oh, Lenny was trying to fix his carbon monoxide machine. He slipped and he fell, and there happened to be carbon monoxide in the home that night.
Yeah.
And he died.
They go, oh, Jimmy O'Connor? Yeah, I hate to say it, but, I'm happy. His mom killed his dad. Then his mom killed herself. But then when Jimmy came to check on him, he slipped. He fucking died.
It was
too.
a domino effect. They all died into each other. They hit each other. They kept falling, and then they hit a big lever full of TNT, and it blew up the whole neighborhood. So it was actually like 400 deaths at once.
He's like, you ever seen the movie Final Destination? Yeah, well, that's my favorite documentary about my hometown in Boston.
Sickest part of the whole thing, they police didn't find out. 3 days later, the baby starved to death in the crib. So we're dealing with that.
Kind of like an Angela's Ashes thing.
So, anyways,
happening over
cheers to the cheers to Jimmy.
Cheers to Jimmy O'Flanagan. it's the whole city.
Yeah,
apparently.
and then 5 years later, that guy gets arrested for killing Jimmy O'Flanagan.
Yes. Everyone in Boston.
It's a mysterious death. They all mourn it. They find out they
Yep.
actually committed the crime.
Yeah, Jimmy was a fucking scumbag anyway,
What was the movie? You and I pitched like an idea of Manchester by the Sea 2.
Oh, yes.
Where it's like
Manchester-
a John Wick style.
Wait, what was the idea?
Yeah,
again?
the idea was like my idea was that he sneaks into Carrie Mulligan's new family house, burns
it down. Yeah, it's Manchester by the Sea 2 where he like just kind of becomes activated and he realizes he has a bloodlust for like burning family homes down.
That's the best that I've ever heard. He's an arsonist the whole time.
Yeah, but it's also like that movie Nobody, where it's like him at bars just beating the shit out of like 10 dudes at a time.
Yes. Oh, that's so funny.
The idea of him sneaking in his ex-wife's house and burning her new family down is
A sequel where he's an arsonist is the best idea that I've ever heard.
The fact that it was all on purpose is actually kind of genius.
I love that.
You got, every Boston. Let's think about the Boston movies. It's coming from somewhere. You got Mystic River, Gone Baby Gone, Manchester by the Sea. These are movies about tragedy, like deep,
It's a sad place.
deep kidnapping, molestation in the Catholic Church. You accidentally don't put the cover over the fire, and everyone dies. It's insane.
I've always said
it's just mini Ireland. Ireland is also just as tragic. It's
saddest
just a
place
bunch
on
of
earth.
Irish people living in one condensed
and
city.
they're all writing poems and just like fucking miserable,
Yeah.
killing themselves. But I've always said that Boston is like it's like the same end of the spectrum, but opposite side where Seattle, because same
Right,
weather,
yeah.
same like kind of latitude or longitude or whatever, whichever one. and it's like all rainy. It's on it. They have like a big harbor. They're all killing themselves. Like
Right.
fucking
It's
Kurt
straight
Cobain.
Seattle.
That's interesting. Yeah.
It's straight Seattle.
Yeah.
It's straight Seattle. Yeah.
But yeah. Boston is just like Ireland, and the banshees are just women that yell "faggot" in the street at their boyfriend. It's the way they go. It's a Boston banshee.
Yeah. Blake
faggot, Tommy.
Yeah, Blake Lively in the town. That's a banshee.
Yeah, exactly. The weather's muggy, but your balls won't be. Sheath keeps everything cool with pouch for your dick and pouch for your balls. Keep things separated so your junk won't be sticking to your leg anymore. It's comfort like you've never experienced. I have Sheath. I love Sheath. I wear it all the time. I'm wearing it right now. I'm constantly wearing Sheath. It's the best underwear that man could buy. It's like it's next level. It's like a futuristic underwear. It is so comfortable. You don't even know you're wearing underwear. It's incredible. I love it. It has the pouch. You could just pull your dick right in through it and just piss or cum or fucking if you shit out of your balls or dick, and that's great too. Guys, what do you think about Sheath?
It's good ass shit, dude.
Hey, did I hear you say there's a pouch for my dick and a pouch for my balls? That's incredible. That's so much more than I ever could have asked for from a pair of underwear like that. And listen, for the $25 they're paying us on this whole thing, I'm in. Count me in.
Connor, you ever wear Sheath?
I only wear Sheath. Sheath is my favorite underwear. I look at Hanes for the loom. I want to throw up in my fucking head. I constantly have to stifle vomit when I see other brands put them in there. Fuck them. Sheath is the only fucking brand.
Hey, you guys, remember Marky Mark when he had that big underwear campaign? Hanes?
Yeah.
Disgusting. Connor here,
Sheath.
he's a much hotter Marky Mark.
Connor's way hotter than Marky
what
Mark
does he
will
wear?
ever be.
What
He
does
does
he
way
wear?
more hate crimes than Marky Mark will ever do.
Now,
That's
He
true.
hates Asian people.
That is true.
that is true.
That's not true.
No, it's true. Connor is a huge hate crime committer.
No. Kane
Let's
was not
wait,
in this
let's
thing.
let's end the thing.
No,
We're getting-
relax, Joey.
No, just
Check out Sheath. Sheath underwear. It's the greatest underwear on earth. Woo! I wear it all the time. It's so fucking comfy. You have no fucking clue. Woo! Sheath is a game changer, and they're perfect to wear year round when it gets chilly outside. The pockets act as an extra layer of protection from the cold. They've got stuff for the ladies too, with the most comfortable bralettes and boy shorts around. Boy shorts is in, it's in that weird, what is it called, cursive or what do you?
It shows their ass
when
cheeks.
it's sideways. What is the typing called when it's
Italics?
sideways? It's in italics. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use HateWatch to get 20% off your first order, plus Sheath Underwear's 100% money-back guarantee. That's sheathunderwear.com, promo code HATEWATCH. Get Sheath Underwear, support the show, support your balls. We love you. God bless.
That was good.
That was the only role she was ever good in. Blake
That's
Lively.
it.
I thought that was amazing.
Soon, Reed says she became part of the family.
Look at that puffy alcoholic face. Beautiful. God bless him.
Love her.
Often sleeping over at O'Keefe's house and helping take care of the kids.
He would go to work and I would stay with his niece and nephew. All of the breaks that the kids had, we did something.
But their relationship also had its struggles. Reeve says O'Keefe had been relying more on her to take care of the kids, and that he criticized some of the decisions she made with them.
We had an argument on New Year's Eve. We were away on vacation, and he became incoherently drunk. And I ended up ringing in the new year with his niece and nephew. John didn't come back to our room till after 3 a.m. So that was
Is a Boston cop on New Year's Eve the same as like Thanos? Like, does he wield that level of power drunkenly? It's New Year's Eve. You're a Boston police officer and you're drinking.
Every wife and girlfriend is like, oh no, he has gained full power.
Here we go.
We have to get away. We're going to get knocked out.
They're like Johnny collected all the Infinity Stones. It's a fucking mess in there.
He has just a handful of replica like Celtics rings.
Championship rings. And
He's
he
just
snaps
stumbling
his
around the
fingers.
house like, yeah, taking care of my kids right, you fucking whore.
It's like hate crime, planting evidence.
I felt very much taken advantage of. He apologized profusely for what happened on New Year's Eve, and he said, if you can't get over it, then you need to spend some time at yours. I can't keep apologizing. I don't want to keep rehashing this.
A few weeks later, they were invited to meet up with some friends at the
That seems
Waterfall
normal.
Bar in Canton.
Sure.
There, they ran into Brian Albert.
Here we
Oh,
go.
shit.
This guy is the
Yeah.
guy.
Is that the judge from
police
Blood
officer
Meridian?
who Reed
Jesus.
says O'Keefe looked up to. Albert had led the city's gang unit before
Oh, he's
commanding
crooked
the
as shit.
fugitive
Oh, come on.
apprehension.
100%.
Oh, dude.
This place beyond the pine trees. This is like Ray Liotta.
Yeah. So he's the Brian O'Keefe. Was he?
Brian O'Keefe.
Brian O'Keefe seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
Right. He's a drunk, but he's a good
You
guy.
got
He takes
Brian
care of
O'Keefe,
his.
then you got Kilkenny Guinness.
He showed up there. Something bad happened.
Yeah.
And they beat the fuck out of him.
Yes.
And then she's now, and they're like, oh, his whore girlfriend will take the fucking.
He
fall.
probably showed up and they were like, listen, we got a house down, down in Roxbury full of these Puerto Ricans. We know they're hiding money in the attic,
baby's
and,
crib.
we'll take the money and we'll divvy it up, but don't say nothing.
The husband robs banks on a motocross
and then this
bike.
guy Chris is like, I don't want to do that. So they beat the living fuck out of him. They go like, let him have a night in the cold.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to do
Let
that.
him
Maybe I'll
cool
tell.
off.
Yeah, let him cool off. Hey, let him cool off, Tommy. Let him cool off.
That's what's so scary
was
about
the-
these, like, this interview with this
Jesus.
girl, is that, like, all these, like, minor things of, like, well, so then he came home drunk at 3 a.m. and everyone's like, oh, what a piece of shit. I'm like, if any of us were on any type of trial, and any girl was like, yeah, so Connor went out with Devan Tuesday night, came back at 4 a.m. He's a piece of shit.
Choked the guy.
The whole country
It's the
would be
same
like,
thing, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, we don't have kids.
But our
Yeah.
girlfriends don't have accents, so they would just be like, yeah, I mean, like, he came home a little drunk that night. And people go, well, that's all happened to us before. We get that. But if you're in Boston, all of a sudden it's like, he came home fucking hammered that night, and he had done this a many a night.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it's like, oh my God, this is like romantic and
And
tragic.
they're like, and your voice is like that because of blunt force trauma to
Yeah.
your throat.
Yeah.
That's because he was punching you. That's why you talk like that?
Yeah, exactly. No, out here it's like, he came home drunk from a pink taco.
Who's that Oompa Loompa cop? Look at that guy.
Oh, jeez.
This guy?
That's the most Boston-looking man I've ever seen in my
that's
entire life.
That's the whitest guy in history.
Look
That's
how
a classic Bostonian.
his face is red no matter what color his hair is, but when it's that white, the redness is such a contrast.
that
honestly-
guy's 28 years old, by the way.
Elite squad responsible for taking.
They're arresting Patrice right here. It's old footage. This is Glenn Big Baby Davis in 2008.
down some of the city's most dangerous criminals and featured in the 2013 TNT show Boston's Finest.
Oh, no.
1 minute we're walking around, everything's fine, and then 1 minute it's not fine.
Wow, that one, that's the cops just suck.
What a poet.
1 minute we're walking around fine, and then 1 minute I don't have words in my head. Not fine. We're not fine. The next minute.
Honestly, they're the coolest guys on earth.
They're so dumb. He doesn't
They're
know
so
the word. He
fucking
doesn't know the
cool.
word
They
danger.
are.
He doesn't
Yeah.
know. He goes. 1 minute you're walking around fine. The next minute, like his brain's trying to be like, it's the next minute it could be dangerous. Say dangerous. Say dangerous. He's like, oh, not fine.
1 minute is fine. Next moment, it's spooky season, and there's a bounty on every cop's head.
By not fine, what I mean is the guy's head wasn't on his body and no more.
One moment it's fine. Next moment it's bad.
What's the opposite of good, Sarge?
That's above my pay grade, faggot.
Hey, Queenan.
Hey, Captain Queen.
At Brian Albert, he seemed like the type of person that you'd be surprised he's out socially because he doesn't seem like he ever wants to be there.
But at the ball,
That means she has hated that guy and she's sensed a bad vibe
Yeah.
from him for a while. Women have great intuition.
He doesn't
sure
want to
do.
be there.
Women have incredible intuition, so her like fucking animal-like intuition. That's not a diss.
They're wizards.
They
that,
have animal-like
Their
intuition.
moods are controlled by the moon. It's insane.
If women could, when they get sick, they would wander into the woods and
They're witches.
die.
Yeah.
They bury themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wizards.
I'm surprised women aren't out like front.
Like a dog.
Women are. I'm guarantee. I swear to God, I'm surprised most women like don't go out front in their front yard and like shit and then bury it with like dirt.
And they kick the dirt.
Yeah.
Reed says there was an invitation to continue hanging out at Albert's home.
I said, can we make sure we're welcome here? Nobody extended the invite to me. I didn't hear the invite
Yeah, because
extended
they're talking about
to
dirty
you.
cop
They
shit.
drive to the Albert's house.
Oof.
What happens next?
This makes perfect sense to me, though.
Yeah.
We've all been in that situation where we're like, oh, I don't really know them.
yeah.
You do your thing. You do your
It's
thing.
all dirty cops, and then like one of their wives.
Yeah.
So of course.
Yeah, why would she want to be the one wife in there? Overhearing them talk about, like, planning crack on a black teen that day.
And they're snorting coke off a ping pong table that they're playing beer pong on.
If they were dirty cops, though, I think she would know, and I think she'd be spilling the fucking beans right now.
Well, she knows, but it's not like she got real info. She can't be like, oh yeah, Brian suggested that they were up to no good.
I think she'd be spilling the beans if this
She's
is
She
actually.
doesn't know. She just doesn't have evidence.
She's spilling the Boston baked
Very
beans,
good.
buddy.
Yes.
spilling those. When she fucking opens her mouth, she's spilling bean cum.
I love when there's an opportunity
Yes.
to say literally anything, but it sucks and it's meaningless. But you go, but it's related to what we're talking about. I go, Boston baked beans. You're spilling the Boston baked beans, right, folks?
And that's
Boston bean cum.
Boston beans come.
Incredible input.
Joey and I
I'm
have
working with what I have, which is
I
not a
loved
lot.
it. I was really. I thought something incredible was coming out.
I'm bringing Joey down.
Boston bean cum.
Boston bean
I'm just
cum.
doing my best here.
I loved it.
Because it's her mouth.
It's made me laugh.
No, because beans, I made that into cum somehow. I actually don't know.
Because they look like testicles?
No, probably, maybe.
Joey just gives up. He goes, I actually don't know. He goes, my mind's a mystery.
I was trying to.
It's really making me laugh.
See, it somehow got caught.
It was good.
That's all I
was
care
good.
about.
It's good.
That was good.
It's like laughed itself,
Is disputed.
So I pull at the foot of the driveway. It's snowing. John has no coat on. It's windy. So I drop him off. He goes up the driveway and approaches the side door. And as I see him approach the door, I look down at my phone.
Reed says after about 10 minutes of waiting in her car, she became irritated that O'Keefe still hadn't gotten in touch with her. And she drove back to his home where
Because she's worried. Because she
continued
knows these guys
calling
are
him
bad
before
fucking
he
guys.
says
She knows
nervous.
they're really fucking bad guys.
Yes.
That's how she wanted them to text
That's how
it.
I interpret this.
Yes.
I think she's completely innocent. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some gaps in her story, but it's because she doesn't want to, I don't think she wants to admit she was, that hammered.
blackout drunk, right.
She's afraid that they're going to say you backed into him, and that's why he has blunt force trauma, and then he just, passed out, and you never noticed. And
Her lawyer is definitely saying never say anything about how drunk you were.
But the cops have all the fucking power here. They're running the city.
She said this. Her husband looked up to this dude, right?
Yes,
right.
exactly.
So he wanted to be a guy like this, and I think she knew how bad these fucking guys
And
were.
this
She knew how
guy
dangerous
wanted him
they
to do
were.
something really, really
Probably.
corrupt, and he was like, no.
And he was like, no.
He was like, if you do that, I'm reporting it to Infernal Affairs. Is that what they do? What do you-
Internal Affairs.
Internal Affairs.
Infernal Affairs.
Affairs,
It's very
yeah.
funny.
They investigate. Cops doing not even necessarily crimes, but not following procedure and stuff like that.
Do you remember at St. Francis? Well, he was in my grade. There was a kid, I forget his fucking name, but his dad was a detective in internal affairs in LAPD. And the other, you know how many dads were cops in our school?
Yeah.
He would never admit it. He told it was
Because the
insane.
cops would want to kill him.
He
They
was
go,
like,
It's gotta be
I
the
don't want-
scariest job.
He was like, yeah. By the way, their office is in the Bradbury building. It's not even in fucking LAPD headquarters. They're completely separate from everything else.
right.
But he
I've
was
been
like,
there. We went there
Yeah.
once. We
He
walked.
told
We
me-
walked into the Internal Affairs Department in L.A.
It was so fun. But
It's
he
beautiful.
told me
It's gorgeous.
it's a gorgeous building.
Why'd you
But
guys
he
go
was
there?
Like, because it
was just a really pretty building, and then we
Brad-
realized we were in Internal Affairs.
It's a famous building in LA. But he told me I don't like the other kids knowing that my dad is an internal affairs officer,
Right.
As opposed because there's other kids whose dads are cops,
Right.
They just get treated like shit. And I think this guy knew what he was getting into, told his wife, and that's why she was so fucking worried about. Why would she give a shit about him texting her? He's fucking drunk. He's hanging out with buddies.
Yeah.
No,
Isn't she
weird-
waiting for the invite for her to come in?
No. She doesn't want to go in there.
No.
She doesn't fucking want to go in there.
That's what the only thing I'm confused by is why when she says I was waiting for the message. I'm like, what? Why do you need to? What is
To
he?
say I'm okay,
I made it up
dude.
the driveway. Like
Yeah.
you said, you saw him, so I'm not really. I'm a little confused
This
by
might
that.
have been one of those tentative, a first group hangs
Yeah.
with these dudes.
But that's what happens when
Yeah.
you have that whole thing where when you're a boyfriend girlfriend and you always have to send the message I got here.
Yeah, it might be just a really gay
Yeah.
thing where he always says good night
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah,
That's why I never do that. I've set
I
up
don't
no
think
standard standard with Ida with that.
I don't think it's that. I think she knew these were really bad dudes. This guy wanted to be in that group, and she knew how bad they were, and he knew how bad they were, but he wanted to be a part of the gang unit. And then she was like, "Just text me when you get in there."
Yeah.
I think they've all known each other for a little while, so I don't think it's
the couple or
Well, here's the thing, though,
him and all
John.
the cops.
She would be saying more info about like all these nerves she had about these guys.
That's what I'm saying earlier, though. That's my one thing where that's taking me out of it.
But that would
I'm
help
just
her
like-
case if
Yeah,
she had like
Well-
I had a feeling they wanted to like bring him into some corrupt shit. I was
But here's
nervous.
the thing. She can't do that because it's a very public case, and if she did that, she'd lose all the support from people who support cops. So if she was
Boston.
instantly
Right.
against
Exactly.
the police being like, they're fucked up, they were doing
Right.
fucking creepy, internal, bad shit.
Yeah.
Public perception of her would be like, boo, this woman's
Right.
anti-cop.
Well,
The
look, she
highest
already
rule-
is doing that.
No, but she's saying individually, this one guy,
This one guy.
I get weirded
no, but
out
she
by
also,
him.
she actually also is like blaming the entire Boston Police Department for being involved in this
Not in
like,
the right way,
corrupt
though.
way. But she has a ton of support on her side.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not- but not
everybody except for cop people are on her side.
Everyone's on her side.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone in Boston is a cop person, though.
That's the thing. The Blue Lives Matter city in America
Yes.
is Boston.
Yeah.
But
So it's a
is
very
Boston.
delicate dance.
She has massive public support in Boston because it's getting
Well, I
a
hope it
bit more
continues.
progressive.
They're
and
out front of the
stuff.
court all the time, chanting her name and stuff.
Yeah, she has people with signs and stuff.
I'm going up there next week.
Are you?
You going to Boston next week?
Oh. I would. I mean, I gotta say, like,
Why'd you say that?
because he's a Blue Lives Matter guy. I think.
The next
I was gonna throw potatoes at her and tomatoes.
the next time I'm in Boston, I would love to find out where like the corrupt cop garage is, because at least I could get a fucking drink there.
Absolutely.
True,
100%.
I would happily drink with corrupt cop.
corrupt cop
I wouldn't-
BMW.
my lips are sealed. I go, my lips are sealed, Tommy.
That would be
I go, I'm a simple man from L.A.
Who am I gonna tell?
say it like that.
I go, this is how everyone in L.A. talks. Tommy.
Patrick.
If we do that 11 party show in Boston, let's get Karen Reed on the show.
Yeah.
I would fucking love that.
How incredible
dude.
would that be?
I
She'll
love
do
her.
Yeah.
Host a little bukkake, baby.
I'm in love with that.
Host a little bukkake.
Japanese fucking
Little
newscaster.
ping pong show.
She does have
Yeah.
a face that you know she sucked a lot. Like so, she sucked off a million guys.
Yes, yes.
Where it's like one of those faces where it's like you're sucking so much that your sinuses like collapse. And
she
suck
actually
in.
she like has she looks like she got like buccal fat surgery just because she kept sucking dick so much.
Yeah.
She made dents in her cheeks.
No,
She's doing
she-
suck face so often and so much suction that her fucking eyes sink in.
Yeah.
And she's just fucking like.
She had a retracted retina.
She has a deviated septum from sucking cock.
Joey going into a full act out of the sucking off of Boston cops.
Around 1:30 in the morning. She then says she woke up before 5 a.m. He still wasn't home. She then started canvassing the neighborhood.
Just gonna drive around in the 2 square miles that we spent the preceding night.
After 20 minutes of unsuccessful searching, she called John.
Is it proceeding or preceding night?
Huh?
Proceeding is the what
Proceeding is
yeah.
correct.
If it's
Proceeding?
I guess
after.
no. Each one.
Preceding is...
Preceding night.
Preceding would be it.
Wait,
right?
wait. I thought preceding
Proceeding's the
What
next.
was she trying to
Oh, no,
say?
you're right.
Was she
Yeah.
trying to say the day before or after?
Yeah,
Which one?
the night before.
Okay, yeah. So proceeding is correct.
I like that we love this woman. We can't help ourselves like trying to catch her up as a dumb bitch.
No, because we're
like in full support. We're like, she misspoke, dumb fucking floozy.
Because we're animals that are doing a comedy podcast. We're grasping at straws here.
And by the way, I think she's innocent and a really nice person. I feel bad about her saying
Yeah.
she sucked a million cocks.
Yeah.
So to
What if,
deform her face.
what if at the very end of this she just blames a black guy and starts calling him the N-word? And we go, well, Karen, we were on your side, but
and they go, okay, we're dropping the charges. It was a black guy.
Friend Carrie Roberts and Jennifer McCabe, Brian Albert's sister-in-law,
Look at that
who was
guilty
also at his
fuck.
house
Yeah.
the night before. The three women together now headed to Albert's home.
How soon was it when you pulled in there that you saw John's body?
Immediately.
Yeah, they fucked him up and left him
what struck
outside.
me when I saw him was his mouth was open a little bit.
This
and his
is
eyes
crazy.
Were shut,
I'm gonna
and
be
he
honest
had
with you. No,
spots
they-
of blood in different areas on his face.
O'Keefe was taken to the hospital and pronounced dead. He died from blunt force trauma.
Wait, this is fucking
and
nuts.
hypothermia.
She dropped
And it
him off
wasn't
at a guy's
long before
house.
Reed became.
He was found hours later outside the guy's house with blunt force trauma, and somehow she's the one who fucking. That's insane.
Because she dropped him off.
That's insane.
They're framing her.
That's insane.
Yeah, they're actually framing.
That's fucking nuts.
They're framing a poor woman.
And then, so I don't know if you caught this. And by the way, I still think she's obviously innocent, but she had damage to the rear of her car.
Yes, but then, hold on. Then they have footage of seeing her back into a car later that night after dropping him off.
Drunk.
I thought she was innocent anyways.
I guarantee when they found that footage, the cops were like, "Oh, thank fucking God."
You know what's crazy about that shit though is like imagine fucking being in this situation and you accidentally say to your friend like, "Did I hit him?" Because you're just trying to figure out what the fuck happened to him.
She's drunk.
But then you forget you're blackout. We've all been there. You forget that you forget after you dropped the guy off that you're dating that is dead that you backed into a car hours later at the gas station, and then the cops are like, "Well, what's this? You did back into him, and your friend said that you asked, did I back into him?"
That's insane.
Like all these things line up where you're
insane.
like, I mean, what even is the point? You're like, God is just an evil.
These guys beat him to death.
He hates Irish Bostonians.
Now there's so many separate like trashy Boston incidents happening just on the road. Like she's crashing, drinking, and driving. They're killing a dirty cop. There's a dog biting
exactly.
in. She's lost in the snow. It's just like
it's like you couldn't write it.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
She's on Nightline being like, I just got to say, this has got to be the biggest DUI case to ever hit the country. Yeah, I had a few drinks. Sorry, like your boyfriend's dead. She goes, what? Like she has no idea.
Exactly. Like that is crazy. But
this
they broke down that like they have footage of her at a gas station hours after dropping him off when she's looking for him backing into a car.
Okay,
so
so
that's
that's solved.
obviously
Yeah,
where
there we
that
go.
came from. But they keep not using it.
These fucking
They're going to fry her for that. Like OJ stealing his memorabilia back.
Totally.
You know?
Totally.
She had acquitted
They got-
Chargers, but
They got fucking police union.
she's going to get
lawyers.
25 years for backing into that car.
Yeah.
The number one suspect. Authorities say they had noticed a cracked taillight after they seized her car.
I had told both Jen and Carrie that I cracked my taillight. I said I just hit my car on top of everything, but I didn't look at the damage. And both women said, it's cracked. It's cracked. Calm
She
down.
needs to let
you cracked
loose.
your taillight. You're okay. Let's go look for John.
What do you mean? She
needs to just be like, these guys are crooked fucks. We knew they were crooked fucks.
She needs to let loose. I
She
thought
needs to go
I thought
crazy.
you were about to say she like needs to like Basic Instinct
Yeah,
style
no.
open her legs right in front of the ABC Nightline guy.
She needs to show her pussy to the ABC guy.
She goes, you know what? Enough's enough. And she opens her legs up.
I know what you brought me here. You don't care about the case. Here's my pussy. Jesus.
Everyone knows Boston has great seafood. Try me out. Try me out, big boy.
You're okay. Let's go look for John.
But according to police statements, Jennifer...
He's a blue line.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Blue line.
Yeah.
No, of course. I know. It's just funny. This guy.
Yep.
He probably
There we
I
go.
bet his whole house was full of fucking Black Rifle coffee.
It's just fucking Punisher skulls on every fucking wall.
Just like fucking just Joe Rogan like memorabilia and like
grunt style t-shirts.
bow and arrows
She's
everywhere.
like, so then I drove there the next morning, and then I see him in the snow in his tap out jumpsuit, head to toe, tap out, custom made tap out shoes. I didn't know they made those.
You know, Massachusetts used to have like a lot of Native Americans here, but they were like savages, so we had to like take them over. But like now we still use the like method for like killing moose and stuff.
Cabe told authorities that while they were looking for O'Keefe, Reed stated, "Could I have hit him? Did I hit him?"
Yeah, fuck.
And when
She's just
O'Keefe's
being a dumb bitch.
That's somebody being honest about like she would not have said that if she was guilty of doing it.
Literally, yes.
Honestly, here's how drunk I was.
I would say
this
some shit
last
like
weekend.
that.
Here's how drunk I was. Even I woke up and I was like, "Did I break that frame? Did I break the door at Connor's?"
Right.
And that's like just it goes to show that you can think you're capable of these things.
What a fucking callback, dude.
Even though everybody knows you're innocent, it's one of those things where I certainly had a moment where I was like, maybe it was me. So, Karen, I understand. I'm on the same page. And I'm with you, Karen.
That's great, dude.
That's lovely.
I thought you were going to say, like, I woke up that next day and go, I don't have a car, but, like, did I run into somebody last night?
He was discovered. First responders who arrived on the scene say they overheard Reed make other statements.
Firefighter said that you said, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him.
I said I hit him, it was preceded by a did and proceeded by a question mark. What I
She's
thought
a hysterical
could have
bitch.
happened was that did I incapacitate him unwittingly, somehow, and then in his drunkenness, passed out?
When you walked out of the
What
bar,
did the
how many
cops
drinks
say?
had you had?
You know what? I mean, we're getting close, but we could continue this on the
I'm freaking
Patreon
the
if people
fuck
want,
out.
because there's a lot of cross examinations of
I'm
these
freaking the
cops that are
fuck out.
hilarious.
I just remembered a couple of details for John,
Yeah,
which
what's
are like
going
maybe
on?
the most damning pieces of
Against
info.
Karen?
No,
The baby?
against the cops.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
They look really guilty on the stand.
So
by
they
the
had
way.
a vicious, like, former police canine dog in the house, and the guy's covered in wounds that look like they're from a dog.
Oh.
So, like, they clearly sicked a dog on him at some point.
Wait, that's a fucked up
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
to do.
And then, like, a week after he's dead, they put the dog down. Never explained why. Put the dog down.
Very good. Yes,
Then in
because it's like they could have the bite marks be like related, like it's unobvious. This is a German Shepherd.
Sure, you
bite
could
mark.
match
Yeah.
the teeth or
that's
whatever.
that's some gang unit shit.
Oh,
We're gonna
yeah.
stick the dog on him.
And then they sold the house where, like, where they were hanging out.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
These
So-
guys kick ass.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I know. They're so corrupt. It's like they're movie characters.
Honestly, I think they're probably doing more good than bad. You know what I mean? Like they killed one cop.
Like they're
probably
necessary
out there. They're
evil.
necessary evil. They're out there. Like
Yeah. What if these
solving-
guys
yeah, yeah.
What if these guys hate cops?
They're the Dark Knights.
They're like cops are bad. They're like Chris O'Flanagan was a fucking racist. Sick the dog on him
like,
and leave
hey,
him in the
listen,
cold.
He made fun of my non-binary.
No, they're a whole squad of dorners. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah, they're like eating the force from the inside.
He hates my non-binary.
They're like, we gotta
father.
drain the swamp.
It's just that is maybe the most suspicious thing of all time. Put the dog down and then sell the house. Like that's
Nothing
insane.
illegal.
Nothing illegal. but
Nothing
They
illegal.
could claim they sold the house because it had bad memories.
I got
Because
tired of it.
They're like,
a
what?
dear friend was
After Karen
died
Reed
there.
killed her fucking boyfriend, the house had bad mojo, so we had to get out of there.
Exactly.
Oh, this
Probably
is
about
lovely.
You try sleeping in a house where you killed your friend.
You sick the dog on your buddy. Try sleeping in that fucking
They
place.
say that in court. They go, "Why'd you sell the house?" They go, "Cause we fucking killed our friend there and it had bad vibes."
You try petting your dog that you just made eat your own fucking friend. Not so cute no more, huh?
It's real fucking hard to go oochie coochie 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 to a stone bloody fucking killer.
Says that you had 9 drinks that night. That's what the prosecution says.
I don't believe
leave
they're
her
saying I
alone.
wasn't in my right mind.
They were saying you were
fucking this
intoxicated.
woman.
Is it possible
Oh, yeah.
that
Oh,
you
man.
might have hit him unwittingly in your admittedly very large SUV?
No, not possible.
3 days after O'Keefe was found dead,
That's a crazy
investigators
photo.
arrested Reed for manslaughter. She was eventually indicted on second-degree murder. Investigators reported they found fragments of broken glass on the rear bumper on Reed's vehicle, and that a broken cocktail glass was found by what appeared to be patches of blood.
such a
near
stretch.
O'Keefe's body.
Because he had a drink in his hand,
That's
probably.
insane.
The victim, Mr. O'Keefe, is last observed on surveillance video with a cocktail glass in his right hand. Same arm that's injured, the same type of glass that is then recovered from the bumper of the defendant's car.
In court documents, the prosecution also claims that Reed's blood alcohol level could have been between 0.13 and 0.29%.
That's a big fucking stretch.
Above the legal limit.
Range, you mean?
That's a crazy range of back.
In addition, they say pieces
really
of Reed's
fucked up.
tail
Yeah.
were found on the scene the day O'Keefe's body was discovered.
Not if you're. She's probably a career alcoholic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was probably like, I've never been clearer driving.
Yeah.
This is
That was my most sober
This
drive.
is, she's when she's sober, she's probably like, whoa, things are really, I'm woozy. She's has a .29 alcohol BAC, and she's like, oh my god, things are finally in the middle. I
at
see
point
it.
two-
drifting.
at
Yeah.
0.29, I'm locked in.
That's what she says.
She's like, I got a parallel park. 1 sec. Let me chug.
More fragments of that taillight were found the following week, according to Canton police reports, after the snow melted, which revealed more at the scene. But
More
Reed's
bodies.
attorney, Alan Jackson, has a different theory about how those fragments of taillight got there.
Those pieces of taillight were placed there after the fact.
You're
Yeah.
saying evidence was planted.
The pieces of taillight were planted after the fact.
Yes.
What does the defense believe actually happened to John after Karen dropped him off?
I think he walked into the house I think he was confronted, was likely brought down to the basement. I think that confrontation got physical, and he was beaten. He was beaten to a point of unconsciousness.
Jackson argues that the autopsy photos of O'Keefe support his theory and not the prosecution's claim.
Looks like he's been in a fist fight and he's been beaten.
I like this guy. He's slick.
I think he's right.
He's a very
I
slick
think he's
lawyer.
right, but convincing a jury in Boston that the police force did something so movie level, like that they went and like they found the rear view, the taillights of the same car, and they broke it up and threw them on the ground, which I can completely believe.
Yeah.
But I think it's too much.
It sounds very cinematic.
It sounds so cinematic that they're just going to be like, nah, I don't buy it.
It's like a staircase kind of scenario where it's like, this is such a strange thing that we don't, it's like almost impossible to conceive of any of these explanations.
What if this cop was killed by an owl?
Yeah, that's what the police go with.
They go with that.
They go another owl case.
They go, Your Honor, there was a fucking owl in the neighborhood.
Watch this staircase, cocksuckers.
This has got to be this case has to have the most cocksuckers ever dropped in court, right?
By far.
The judge is like, and I must say, we just broke a record. Most cocksuckers.
The judge, when they announce the verdict, they go, we the jury find cocksucker guilty of...
Cocksucker 3, guilty. I just can't wait for Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg to make the greatest movie of all time.
I can't wait for this movie, dude.
This
is going to be great.
That doesn't happen when you get hit by a fucking car.
He's got this massive laceration on the back of his head, a big giant gash, about 2.5 inches, exactly lateral, going from left to right. 2 black eyes, cut over his right eye, cut over his nose. This was a cover-up that John was murdered inside that house.
He's got Ray Liotta vibes.
This guy's I completely believe this guy actually believes what he's saying. Too.
Yeah. He does a Kettle One commercial after this.
He's like 1-inch gash in the back of his head, 2 black eyes, lacerations in his chest. So, classic fender bender.
Cover-up. Such claims have been systematically refuted by evidence submitted to Norfolk Superior Court.
Yeah.
The prosecution also said that, according to O'Keefe's cell phone GPS records and 11 witness statements, O'Keefe never entered Albert's home, and that a medical examiner found no signs of Mr. O'Keefe being involved in any type of physical altercation or fight.
There was no evidence that Mr. O'Keefe
11
was
down-ass
and left for
dudes.
dead. There was no
You know what I
evidence of
mean?
any defensive wounds.
ABC News reached out to attorneys for Brian Albert and
He's not
going to
be very good at defending himself when he's fucking blackout drunk.
Broadcast. In a previous
Of course.
statement to the Boston.
There's not going to be a lot of defensive wounds there if he's fucking wasted.
I really love John. I love your passion so much.
This is amazing.
It's an amazing case, right?
It's one of the best.
Do you guys want to cover the
ever.
cross-examinations on the Patreon?
Fuck
Absolutely.
I would love to.
I want to see what those
McCabe's
faggot
attorney
cops
said
have to
the
say.
whole scenario is baseless. Read his schedule.
that Henry
to appear next
Kissinger?
in court again.
That's great, dude.
Hi, everyone.
Ugh. God, that's disgusting.
Damn.
This is so fucking exciting.
I know.
I need more drinks.
You want a White Claw?
Can I have a White Claw? I love you. Thank you. You're my best
It's a
bud.
really good case, dude.
You didn't drive with a motorcycle, did you?
No. Oh, yeah, I did, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to take it back. Don't worry.
Okay, you're just
I'm
leaving
going
here.
to chill. I'm going to chill.
Yeah.
I had some poke earlier.
Oh, so you're good to drink.
I'm good to drink, Bubba.
Yeah, this is actually the best one. A great point. Imagine finding your boyfriend on the lawn of another Boston policeman's front house, and no one from inside the home comes outside to see what's going on. No one leaving that party hours earlier noticed him either. Over a 6-foot tall man on top of maybe an inch or two of snow at that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
All these people just left the party.
It's a pretty open and shut case. The police did this.
And
This
they're
is
completely
really
framing this
insane.
woman.
Yeah.
I was at a valedictorian. I was at a party in Pasadena where a kid died. He was. Do you remember this?
Yes,
And he was a valedictorian.
He was valedictorian of South Pasadena High School.
I remember
and
this
he
kid.
fucking he.
That's why it mattered.
So I walked in. That's why it matters.
Yeah,
He
it
was
does make it
Indian.
sadder.
I walked in the
we lost
party.
a smart one.
He was face down in the fucking mud when I left. There was a crowd of people around him trying to resuscitate his ass.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it was. There's no way these guys would fucking walk out of there.
Those guys drove that kid around for like hours that night, thinking he was just like passed out.
Yeah, that guy suffocated.
They
He's
drove him.
brain
They
dead.
drove him around in the back seat
Yeah.
of their car. Went to other parties. They thought he was.
They
thought
like
he was-
Weekend at Bernie'd him. That's
They
crazy.
pulled him out of the party. He was outside of like the garage and like drunk, and they thought he was just like really hammered because this was a kid that was like like John
He's
said.
Indian.
He was like an honor, like
he cut loose too hard.
He was a
for the
real
first
smart
time.
kid, but he was like trying to like finally have some fun and go crazy. And he drank like a ton that night, alcohol poisoning, died. And they just thought he was fucked up and, slapping his cheeks and stuff. And then they dragged him out and they could just continue the party. And they're like, oh, he's just fucked up. He's passed out. And then they got him in their car, went to like another party, drove around for hours that night. And they're like, he's just really fucking like, he's just finished.
I mean,
tonight."
bro, I was
And he was
retarded at
dead.
23.
He was dead. He was dead for like hours.
Yeah, he
How
was
old-
brain
how old are
dead.
you?
Brain dead.
How old was he?
We were
Bro,
like
I was like 17.
Yeah.
I was like 17. This kid was brain dead. I mean, I was retarded at like 24. I can't imagine how retarded I was at 17. So like,
And we went to
Well,
such
you're
a.
acting like you're not still retarded.
I'm still retarded.
We
at
went to
31.
such a
We
like.
should do the New York Times thing about how retarded
Oh,
John
yeah.
is before, because you're COVID brain. I'll let you finish, but we have to.
It's
say
very
this.
lovely.
Yeah, but yeah, we went to such a fucking like, Catholic, people drink, but like everyone has to pretend no one's drinking, like it's shameful and all that shit.
Yeah.
That like nothing even happened. No one cared really.
Well, it wasn't our school.
It wasn't our school.
It wasn't our
He
school.
went to a gay Catholic
But it
school.
was a party run by our
He went to
school.
the Catholic school that we all considered gay at our school, right? Didn't he go to Maranatha?
No, he went to South Pasadena High School.
Oh, I thought he went to Maranatha.
I don't know. Who gives a fuck? But the thing is like
Nobody
it's-
cared. They didn't do a vigil, or what do you mean?
No,
Oh,
like
yeah,
they
of course they
cared, but
did.
everyone was kind of like couldn't hang.
I just remember. I remember.
They're like, he wasn't a quarterback.
That's
It was
fucked up.
Everyone was just kind of like, that's the nerd tried to drink.
You know what's fucked up? It was
Kids are
raining. It was
animals.
raining
Animals,
at the
dude.
time. It was raining at the time, and I remember walking past this kid, and he was on his back.
Oh,
and
you
he was
saw
covered-
him?
Yeah,
You were
I
at the
saw
party?
him. I saw him when he was Yes, that's what I just said. I was walking past him. I went with this girl Erica, who I was fucking desperately in love with, and I remember I left the party.
Shout out Erica, dude.
and Erica Bernstein or some shit.
Erica
She was
killed
fucking
him.
Don't dox
banging,
her.
dude. God, she's fucking banging.
I heard Erica gave him his last drink.
No, so we walked out. We walked out of the fucking party, and I remember I literally like almost stepped over him. But they had a kid. He was pulled. He was face down in the mud for a minute, and they flipped him over, and there was a kid slapping him on his face. And I was like, well, there's enough kids here. I can fucking drink. Because I was the DD that night. I was like, I'm not drinking shit, which is crazy. Now.
So you let him die.
I let him die.
Yeah, John was like, "Hey, buddy, you can't sleep there."
Very good.
Was there an
No loitering. You Indian. What's an Indian racist word?
Haji.
No loitering, Haji. I gotta go home. I'm trying to bang Erica Hodgkins.
Erica Hodgkins.
John was so racist because the kid was Indian. John thought, oh, he thinks it's his bed. It was, it was a bunch of dirt.
Oh, he's eating dinner. That's
He
right.
must have been attacked by the poop demon. That's why he's not fucking waking up right now.
So, what, John? Do you remember? Was there like an Did they ever get the kids that drove him around thinking he was alive? Did they ever
No.
get on them
It's
about
it's just
negligence or
it
any
was
of
just
that?
a horrible accident.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a horrible. Nobody's been arrested for it.
It was just a horrible accident, you
They didn't put
know.
the screen on the fireplace.
Yeah, VJ
Singh.
VJ Singh died in the mud that night.
Erica Bernstein pulled a fucking sidearm out of a cop's holster that night and put it to her head.
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember that. I remember like everyone just came back on Monday like, yeah, dude, fucking, Hari Kondabalut died.
Pollock Paneer died last. Oh, that's fucked up.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to think of Indian names though. I don't really know what they are.
Butter chicken.
Yeah, I guess.
How about
You getting me?
Rumpe? Rumpe has to be.
Yeah, they were like rupee.
Matty Rat died.
There you go.
Rupee non.
Rumpe non
Garlic Naan died last night.
God damn it.
Share with us. Let's
We
go
love
out.
you.
Hari's
I'm
a-
sorry.
Hari's a good
I didn't do
one.
it.
Yeah,
Hey guys, you know how we always try to end on a big laugh?
Yeah.
Let's do a fizzle laugh.
All right, right, we love you, folks. Join us on the
We love you all.
Patreon, patreon.com/HateWatchPodcast. We will continue the case of Karen Reed. We have some good cross-examinations coming up with Bobby. And then Bobby's wife, who's like a real down bitch. Like this bitch like is trying to cover up her like corrupt like police captain like husband. Like,
Beautiful.
We're gonna jinx it on the pitch, and we're gonna solve it, and it's gonna be case closed.
You're damn right.
And hit me up if you have a motorcycle. We're having our first motorcycle meet on
guys,
Sunday.
please don't
It's
encourage
fucking
it.
Enough of this.
awesome.
Stop.
It kicks ass.
Stop
The group
contacting
chat
John.
is so great.
If you drink your own cum, hit him up.
Hit me up if you drink your own cum or you have a motorcycle.
Stop contacting John if you actually like him. You're ruining his life. You're distracting him. It's just not good. It's not healthy. You're giving him, just ammo
Most powerful group chat on planet Earth.
continue being an aimless, fat piece of shit.
Tip of the spear of Hate Watch fans.
Anyway,
Easily.
Live Laugh Love is canceled forever because you guys failed me.
Yeah, that venue
it's
actually
done.
closed down.
Yeah,
They literally closed after
that was the
show.
last show.
That was the
You
last
guys-
show.
We
there.
saw the
Really
Australian guy
fucked
with a
up.
gallon of gasoline walking through the fucking building. He's just
Yeah.
ready to destroy it.
Yeah, so you guys failed me and you failed yourselves.
Yeah.
And you fucked up and the show's canceled forever now.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
And anyway, final word. And Ida, if you see this, I'm a better man now.
He misses you.